In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing Monday? And I'm for sure it's Monday morning. How are you guys doing? We got a beautiful sunshiny day. I got the window open, so the sun is shining. I can see it. It's an amazing day. Hopefully it's a nice warm day and it's not an illusion of a nice day. Spring is springing. Hopefully. So, yeah, let me tell you guys about the seeds. I'm going to just go into that real fast. So Kim sent me a message. If you guys know, Kim is part of the BBU tribe. So Kim sent me a message and she said she went to her Dollar Tree and all of the seeds were gone. All of the seeds were gone. We are still early in the season and they're gone. So this is why I told y'all when you see the seeds, stock up on the seeds, and it's better to have more than less. And because we don't know what's going on. So, and I encourage everybody to grow their own. I also shared a video of one of my friends using her old greenhouse, the stand, and then you could just use a shelving system. And she took the reflectors that they sell for the car reflectors in the Dollar Tree, and she put that on the back of the shelving unit, and then she put the lights on it. So I think I'm going to be doing that as well. We discussed that, so I'm probably going to have that up in the loft area because we got good sunshine there, plus the light and the reflection. So I think I'm going to be doing that, and there's a great place for you to start your vegetables to send them out into your garden. And we're going to be succession planning, so I'm going to be starting as soon as you pull, I'm going to keep on. As soon as I harvest, I'm going to keep on planting. This year, I'm already planting way more than I planted last year. And I was very successful with all of the things that I have never grown last year. And I'm adding new things on this year. So one of my goals is to actually grow my own lettuce. Usually, I was very successful. We don't have to say very, but I was successful with growing lettuce last year. And it's because my friend had gave me starts for the lettuce and I planted them and I grew lettuce, right? But I want to try to do my own. I want to try to grow my own from the seed. So we'll see if I can finally get lettuce and finally get beets and radish. Oh yeah, I got quite a few. So lettuce, beets, and radish. I want to make sure that I can get those because I never grew the radish. They never grew for me. The beets, I get the big leafy greens, but I don't get the beet. And then maybe grubs may be eating at the roots. So we're going to see. I'm going to be diligent and hopefully I will be able to get them done. So let me check and see who's in the building. So I say all of that to say, if you see seeds in your Dollar Tree and you do plan on growing, and even if you don't have a lot of space and you just want to grow a few things and just, wet your whistle a little bit, go on ahead and grab you some of those seeds. Those are perfect. They're only 25 cents a pack in order for you to learn how to do something. So you're not really losing out on so much money. I'm not saying go out and buy every seed that you see and go buy all organic and non-GMO, all those kind of seed packs where you're spending $10 and $11, $20 for some seeds. I'm saying go right to Dollar Tree, grab you some 25-cent seeds and go on ahead and get you something done. Right. Okay. So let me check and see who's in the building. My ponytail is, my little hairs are coming out. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. Anybody uses those baby hair brushes? I don't know how to use that thing. I use a toothbrush. I've been using a toothbrush ever since I was a little girl, right? I don't know how to use those baby hair brushes, those brushes that they have the thick brush, and I don't know how to hold it. Every time I try to do my baby hairs, I always jack it up. Does anybody else use that thing? And so I say all of that to say this is what it does. This is what it does. Because I be trying to brush the thing back to there. Crazy. All right, let me see who's in the building. So good morning. First person in the building. You guys know her as I call her cousin, but y'all call her and we call her the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building. Good morning, cousin. She says, good morning, my hearts. Good morning, Patricia. Patricia's in the building. She said, morning. Patricia was with me over on Instagram. I went live on Instagram just to remind y'all that's Coffee with Nikki Day. You know, it's the beginning of the week and we got to get back here. So yeah, we was over in Instagram land. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech was over there too. Good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Please make sure you hit the like button. Let me know if the math is mathing. Yes, yes, and yes. I look like I just woke up. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, girl. Good morning, Deltra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa said, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Melody. Melody says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Betty Rose. Miss Betty Rose was out in the streets yesterday. She did a whole an event for brides, and Kenny Lattimore was there, and it was in Miami, right? And so she was out there vending in the vending streets. So I hope you had an amazing time and made some great connections. Miss Betty Rose. Good morning, Martini. Martini's in the building and she said, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And Centerfold is Sheila, right? Tell me if I'm right. Centerfold is Sheila. Please let me know if I'm right. Yep. Oh, I'm reading it now. Okay, Sheila here in VA. Got you, got you, got you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Lois. Miss Lois says, good morning, Queenies. Michi said, I went to the Dollar Tree on Saturday and there was plenty. I noticed going on a Saturday morning is your best bet. Haven't planned it yet, but going to use totes instead of a garden area. That's good. That's good. It was unsuccessful with tomatoes and lettuce. I was unsuccessful with tomatoes and lettuce. Tomatoes, let me tell you something. I can do tomatoes. I could do tomatoes. I am so proud that I can do tomatoes. And you know what you can use in your tomatoes to make them, to fertilize them? You can use fish emulsion. And if you don't get fish emulsion, you can go and get sardines. You can get sardines and you can mix it in the blender with some water, or you can just take the juice and pour it in there and then dig deep, because it's not going to be able to break down the sardines that fast, right? It's going to take time for it to break down so that the tomatoes can actually use the nutrients from the sardines. So if you put the juice in there, or you may want to blend that up with some water and then pour it into your tomatoes, you have some good tomatoes. Yeah, lettuce is not my blessing. I'm trying to make it my blessing this year. I do. It's a learning curve for sure. Yep, because you don't need to do it. No baby here. Thank you, cousin. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle's in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Yes, I did, and I'm proud of myself. Talked the rum, danced, and made great connections with new faces and saw some old faces. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, yes, and yes. So let's get into how was your weekend? Let me know. Did you have an amazing weekend? I know for us in the declutter group, we were decluttering this weekend. So how was everybody else's weekend? Let me know in the chat. I have over 6 bags of trash and I'm not even finished. I'm still looking in my son's room like I still got more stuff to get rid of. Like I really have to this is bothering me. Sorry, y'all. I have to go through his closet. I have to go through his stuff and take it out of here and put it in the other room. And so yeah, we got some stuff to do. And the other son left a bunch of empty shoe boxes. I'm assuming, I was like, oh, he didn't take all his sneakers and stuff. He took them. He just left the empty shoe boxes up there. So I'm breaking down like 20 shoe boxes. I'm like, what is going on? Why didn't you throw these in the trash? But he packed last minute, and so he left a lot of stuff. He just grabbed, whatever, because he just waited to the last minute to pack. And so yeah, so I have 6 bags of trash. So trash is on Wednesday. Good thing, because I got lots of it, and a good thing that the trash bins are empty, because I think all of the stuff accumulated is going to take up the trash bins. And I have some wax on my shelf that I was thinking about throwing away or giving away. Is I have but it's years old. But it's wax though. It's nothing in it. I bought this wax. I think it was 60.98, something like that. And I bought this wax because when I went to the store, the lady said this was, I was like, what wax would you like? Do you like the best to make candles? Da da da. And so she recommended this. And so instead of me testing and buying a small bag, a 5-pound bag, maybe even a 1-pound bag, no, I bought an entire case of it. And so I did not like it. So now I have that wax. It didn't give me a good hot or cold throw to me. I didn't really have the patience to work with the wax. So I said, I'm not going to use it. And I went with 6